question. What's your name and where you're currently based?
My name is Monique and I'm currently based in Canada.
Beautiful. So Monique, prior to joining WCA, what would you say was the biggest problem or challenge that you were facing, and how was that affecting you?
The biggest problem or challenge that I was facing, I would say it was just not really truly stepping into myself and showing everyone around me in the world that there's so much more to Monique than they've seen. Because I've held back a lot, just afraid of being accepted or judged. And sometimes, I know Tim's mentioned it about, I think it was one of the 4, along the self-sabotage section of the WCA course here, about holding back because you don't want to make someone else feel. And I know I've done that a lot because, like I said, I know that I'm a lot bigger than just this 5'2" little person. I'm bigger inside, and I don't want other people to feel worse when I really bring it. So, yeah, that's probably been my biggest struggle. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say that you have one of the most beautiful, biggest hearts out there. You have one of the most beautiful, biggest energies out there, and I said that to you, and we saw your capacity, like in the real way too. Never hide that. But for you, what would you say surprised you the most, or made you the happiest being here at WCA?
2 things, I guess, that come to mind right away. Day 2, stepping out there and the I am statement. Speaking in front of people terrifies me. I get shaky, I get tight in the throat, I go blank. It's just a very uncomfortable thing. So to step up in front of everybody and not only do that, but I did that with enormously, right? It was like I felt like a volcano or like an asteroid, crashing in, and just, as soon as I spoke the first few words, even though, I had my eyes closed to focus, I heard people kind of gasp. And I, even to myself, was like, wow, that voice that's coming out inside. And it was almost like addictive. The more I spoke, it like grew. It almost like went atomic. It grew and it grew and it grew. And I been thinking anymore. I wasn't even thinking as the words, before I even finished my statement, I just went with it, like just was totally in the moment, in the now, in the present, and just completely and 100% embraced it with no fear. Like I felt probably the most fearless I have ever felt in my life in that moment. And yeah, like just even, I saw the faces in the crowd and I made, a few eye contact, but I could just see thought, the worse I started feeling. And then I started to recall that day 2 moment of speaking out there on the stage. And the moment I started bringing up that energy again and how that moment felt, the aches in my body went away instantly. Like, it was just almost like that power that I have inside me, right? Like I released it and I witnessed it last night, even just healing my own physical self, you know? I don't know, it's just like...
I have to tell you, from even just for me being there, I was at the very back where the music, because I have to play it, and I was like, let's say, the most further away from you. It freaking hit like out of nowhere. I haven't gasped that much in that villa ever,
Right.
ever. I was like, oh my God, me and Liam were like, this is like, you still, like when I look back, because we have a video of it, when I look back at it, it's just like you can just feel, and you know, I think because maybe you have been holding that back for so long, it just came through like crazy because you were ready to unleash it. And when you have that opportunity to open it and unleash it, and
Yeah.
you feel it, and it's there, it's like the most beautiful, powerful thing to witness. So thank you for giving us that opportunity to be there, because that was truly inspiring, like world class. And I say that honestly with all the confidence in my heart. So one last thing, because I hear that they
They're
want us to
getting it.
start. For people that are watching this, and maybe they're similarly, you know, where you were before, hiding, also maybe feeling like, oh, I don't know anyone, going all the way to Thailand, like they cry there, they dance there like crazy people, what's gonna happen? What would you say to that person that, you know, currently watching this, they want to be there, but there's still something holding them back?
I would say the more you hold back, the deeper the hole you're digging for yourself. So if you want to live down in a pit, in the darkness, in a place that feels heavy or sad and confined, you know, then don't come. Don't come if that's where you want to be. But if you really want to soar, if you want to, you know, touch the sky, you want to feel and stretch your arms and be all the human and the soul and the heart and the spirit, right? That we are all really meant to be here, you know, on this planet to do so much more. Like I would say, just dive in, just dive the heck in, and just trust it. Just trust you're gonna have an experience like nothing you've ever experienced before, like without a doubt, and you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna get caught up in maybe the cost or how all the things you're having to rearrange in your life to be here, or the travel, you know, the long flight. That was a really long flight for me. Just somehow just toss that aside. You just gotta toss it aside and just dive on in, like with a trusting heart.